Hey everybody, welcome to Bestulized, where we take cool animations and effects and break them down for you so that you can do it yourself. Alright, let's get into it. Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and make that animation. We're going to start with this new composition here. Awesome. And we're going to go ahead and make this 10 seconds each. Sticking with the 1920 by 1080. 29.97 frames. It's super simple. These are going to be the settings that we're going to use for every single video this series, right? We're going to keep the background color black for everything. Go ahead and click create. Awesome. So we have this one box of nothing here, right? Awesome. I like keeping this window open for my project. I'll go ahead and create a new folder for assets. It's good to keep things nice and organized there. All right, so now that we have that assets folder, we're gonna go ahead and bring in just any old graphic. You know, it can be, for me, it's gonna be my YouTube banner. It's totally fine. All right, now that we have our asset there, we're gonna go ahead and bring that down into our box here, and we're gonna scale this down. You know, you don't want it to be too big. It's just not a good way of duplicating assets, you know, and maybe this is the wrong thing to use for this, but I'm just here to show you how to get to the end product, right? You can use this with any graphic element that you want. It's just a matter of how you want to incorporate that to your design. I'm just giving you a second to catch up to me if you haven't already. Awesome. All right, guys, now that we have our banner or graphic that we want, it's time to get to work, right? So all we're gonna do is we're gonna take this and we're going to Control D, right? Control Delta, and that's gonna make another banner on top, right? All you're gonna do, open up the transform box, and we're gonna position this down a little bit, right? Just enough. We're gonna bring this down to layer number 2 actually. So this is now sitting on the bottom. And we're also going to bring the scale of that same banner that's underneath the first banner down just a whoa. Just a little bit. And it looks like I can bring mine down a little bit more. Right? Awesome. Sweet. I'll give you a second to catch up and make sure that you get everything that you want out of your banner or whatever icon that you want. I'm gonna actually recenter just a little bit. All right. Okay. So you're probably wondering, okay, I see both banners and they're kind of like meshing with each other, right? Just bring this down a little bit more. Totally fine there. Right. So they're kind of clashing with each other. All I'm gonna do is I'm going to add a fill and darken that. So you go to your effects and presets, you're gonna find the fill option, and you're gonna drag that down to that banner that we've been working on the whole time, right? You're gonna go ahead and place it in there. It's gonna pop up with this little box under your effects control, and we're gonna find a way to darken this. Not there. Sorry. We're gonna go ahead and capture something here, right? And we're going to go ahead and darken it just a little bit. Just a little bit, right? So now we have something like this. Alright guys, now that we have our second banner placed, we're gonna go ahead and type in fill into the effects panel. All that we're trying to accomplish here is offsetting this color in the background just a little bit to separate, right? It's super easy to just throw opacities on there, but I mean you can, and that's what it is. I'm just showing you the cheat code for it. Alright, so we're gonna grab this fill effect and we're gonna go ahead and place it on that banner that we were just working on underneath, right? Obviously you see it turns red here. That's totally fine. All we're gonna do is we're gonna grab this eyedropper tool and we're gonna choose a color that we want to put behind it, you know, whatever you want to put behind it. And then we're gonna make it a little bit darker, right? So we're just gonna bow, got it, right? Easy. It's a little darker here. Obviously on a black background you can change the opacity and it'll do the same thing, right? But we're here to show you the almost correct way of doing it. Awesome. So we have that done, right? Second one's done. Now watch this. We're gonna close that one. We're gonna go back to that banner we were just working on, and we're going to Control D and make a third banner. This one's gonna be right here. So you have layer number 3, banner PNG. And you guessed it, we're gonna open up and we're going to bring this down. Boom. And we're going to scale it down. Whoa. Boom. And obviously you can scale down even more right there. Now, I find that like bringing this last one down quite a bit is nice. And I also find that adjusting the position so that it's just barely smaller than your last position makes for good effect, right? And my scale is actually a little bit low there, so we're gonna go ahead and keep it right there. Totally fine. We'll click on this layer again, banner 3. Our fill's already attached because we duplicated it, right? And all we're gonna do is adjust the color once more to a darker purple or whatever color you need that to be. Boom. So now we have a stack. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so now we have all of our pieces here. We can figure out a center, and I'm just gonna eyeball this right now. Center. There. Totally fine here. This is pretty much what we want our end product to look like. I'm going a little fast, but stay with me, and I'm only gonna be using my own banner, logo, things like that for this YouTube channel. So there may be better case uses for this actual effect here. And there may be different ways to do it. I'm not saying that my way is perfect, but it's the way I do it, you know? Maybe this is the starting point for you to figure out your way. Find it simpler than I have. Alright, so moving into simplicity. This is how simple it is to get that effect that we saw in the beginning. It's crazy simple. We're gonna move our playhead, right, to, well, 10 seconds was a lot, looking back on it. We'll go to 5 seconds, not even, we just need 3 seconds of playhead, right? And all we're gonna do is highlight these banners right here, or whatever asset you have going on. I'm gonna switch back to my project. It's just a personal thing of mine. Highlight all banners, hit quick key S for scale. It'll only bring up scale. So quick key S will bring up your scale for you at the end where you want this banner to look like this. You're gonna go ahead and keyframe your scale. Right? Super easy. So we've keyframed what our end product looks like, and a lot of the times I'll do that and build up my end frame, and that tends to help out when animating, just so that you know what you're working towards and you have everything laid out asset wise. And then I kind of work backwards, or I'll start at the beginning again and build to that end frame. It helps a point of reference. So anyways, we've built up our end frame here. This is what we want this to look like here. So we put the end frame at 3 seconds, right? And all we're gonna do right here, without having to like go through every single one and stagger everything, we're just gonna go ahead and adjust these scales at 0. And we're gonna see that everything is gonna move on its own on a weird marquee tool, right? Very strange marquee going on here. As you can see, we get some weird business going on, right? That's okay though. Alright, so easies. We're gonna go ahead and click F9 for now, just a simple easy. We'll get back into that later. We're gonna click F9. We're gonna click this box right here for graph editor, and this should give you all these settings right here. We're gonna go ahead and highlight this beginning part, And I want mine to move slow at first and come out really fast, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and just pump it a little bit right there. And we can see what that looks like. Right there. Right? So we have something like that. Whoa. Cool. Awesome. So we have back to our starting point. We have set our scales to 0 in the beginning. We have controlled our graph editor to help smoothen everything out. Right? And I'm breaking one of the principles of design here, but that's okay. It's supposed to be a simple tutorial. And we have our end frame at 2 seconds. Super duper. All we're going to do from here, and this is why it's super simple. All we're doing from here is we're leaving this first banner alone. This is your main banner that you want to pop up. Right? We're taking this one and we're going to just offset it. And we're going to take this one and offset it just a little bit. Should have something like this, but this is an easy fix, right? So, I make mistakes. Super easy fix here. I make mistakes all the time. All we're gonna do is highlight all this, hotkey S again, and we're going to go ahead and highlight our scales, go to graph editor. We're gonna push them so that they aren't all over to the right side. We're gonna bring them to the left instead. I totally lied to you guys. I'm sorry about that. I make mistakes. Forgive me. And now, there you go. Now we have something like this, right? So, super simple. Super easy. We're going to go ahead and drag this all the way to that. We'll give it 1 second to keep up. And then that should be it. That's it, guys. That is that whole animation that you saw right there in the beginning. Super easy, super simple. Thanks for joining today. Check out my other videos. There's plenty of animations that look really cool, but are actually really simple. So let's get after it together.